Well, as many of you will already know, I was a proud Leave campaigner in the EU referendum, where I helped launch the Leave campaign in Newcastle with the Prime Minister. That was quite possibly the most crucial campaign of my life. The Remainers, they pushed a campaign of Project Fear. They told us that leaving would be a disaster with grave consequences in the long run. We were told we'd lose our spot as a financial hub to invest in. We were told that unemployment would skyrocket, would have shortages of everything from food to medicines. We were told that we'd be worse off and become Little Britain. Well, sorry to disappoint you folks, but 2 years on from leaving, none of those claims have actually materialised. Since leaving the EU, Britain has struck huge and profitable trade deals with old friends and new allies. Trade deals with Australia worth 10.4 billion quid, where tariffs on 100% of UK exports were actually eliminated. The new security agreement, AUKUS, has placed us in good stead in defence and shifted our focus away from a tiny European outlook, increasing post-Brexit trade with the likes of South Korea has actually seen a surge of 620 million for UK exporters. And now we're even looking at a whopping £100 billion trade deal with India. A post-Brexit Britain is unshackled, and here, folks, we've only just begun. Another considerable Brexit boost has rewarded us in taking back control, actually, of our laws from the dictating European Court of Justice and back into the sovereign hands of the British Parliament. Now, thanks to Brexit Britain opting out of the European Medicines Agency, we've delivered one of the fastest and most successful vaccine rollouts globally, whilst Europeans continue to be shackled by restrictions on their freedoms. Fishermen feel the benefits, for example, of being outside of the European Union and taking back control of their fisheries, as Brixham, who depend so heavily on fisheries, these communities that were forgotten for so long, had their highest sales recorded in history in 2021, selling 43.6 million quid worth of fish. President Macron of France must feel like he's been sewn up like a kipper during an election year. So Project Fear, in my opinion, folks, was precisely that, right? False projections designed to stoke fear. A campaign designed to tell her that what we have wasn't worth a damn in this country. The things that were built up and fought for in this country should be let go because Britain can't possibly survive without being swallowed up by the Brussels cartel. Utter tosh. I said that at the time, I'm still saying it now. But at the same time, folks, and I will say this, there's so much more still to do. When I campaigned for leave, I imagined that Britain could do many things with its newfound freedoms. We could create a globally competitive economy. We could slash taxes to alleviate households' burdens, such as the EU-enforced minimum 5% on household energy bills. Well, so far, folks, the only EU-related tax cut we've seen is the removal of VAT on tampons. A worthy tax to scrap, but we ought, I think, to go further. And instead of tax cuts, we're actually seeing tax rises. National insurance, corporation tax, these things are utter lunacy that squander the opportunities open to us. We were told we could deregulate, but so far it seems that all of those EU regulations have been carried over into UK legislation. I think Ross Clark from The Spectator put it brilliantly. He said, if we're going to Brexit, just to become simply a different brand of European social democracy, it's hard to tell what it was all for. So in my view, while the pessimistic predictions of Brexit Britain haven't materialised, there is still so much to do to seize those opportunities, including, it has to be said, in tackling illegal migration over the English Channel. But what do you think? I want to hear from you. Real Brits out there, what do you make of Britain's position 2 years on from Brexit?